Go ahead and get right to it. Welcome, everyone.
Thank you, Catherine. I'm looking forward to our session today and looking forward to today per se, because after our session, I'm actually heading to Rishikesh on you know what I'm doing there? I'm doing a very specific immersion called Romance, Triple R, which is refresh, restore, and resurrect. So we have some wonderful people from around the world, and Justin is right here in my home somewhere. I'm I'm here delivering it, and he's somewhere with me. So it's
Oh,
exciting.
Justin is in India, actually.
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm not going to say jealous because I'm so excited for both of you. And I miss Rishikesh so much. It's the most magical place. And of course, Daya has been and others. So very exciting. Have fun, Justin.
Okay, let's begin. And you're going to take care of the waiting room, Catherine.
I
Thank you
got
for
it.
that.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, it's interesting. I only did a personal reading only a few weeks ago, and here I am guided to do it again today. I thought I was going to talk about the 7 pathways to aliveness, and it was like, no, it is about the key to aliveness for each person. And also understanding what your weakest link is and what is your strong suit. So we're just going to go ahead and begin straight away. And for the purposes of privacy, I'm not going to spotlight you. I'm just going to say the name, your first name mostly, and then go for it. We're going to begin with you, Linda. Your key to aliveness. Your key to aliveness is your exuberance. And so it is that gives you the joie de vivre. It is that which actually really plays its magic in age reversal, and the timeless beauty and grandeur with which you show up, with which you are received and acknowledged for as well. Your weakest link is self-doubt. And it could be self-doubt about anything. It puts you, it's like the moment you go into self-doubt, it's like puts you in two minds, and those two minds multiplies, and it's like a part of you start getting conflicted, and your aliveness starts to very rapidly dissipate. Your strong suit is your resilience and tenacity with which you show up no matter what. It could be for your family, or it could be for your fans, or it could be for, for nature. Like, you took a stand for eco living at home long before people even knew what that was, and you just did it. That is like your strong suit, So in any situation, if you feel a lack of aliveness, connect with, is there self-doubt lurking somewhere? And all you do is acknowledge it and give yourself permission. Okay, I release you. Thank you for being there. And it's time for you to go and tap into your strong suit. Show up. Because resilience and tenacity is there within you always. So thank you for being there in my life and being there for the world. Thank you. Okay, Lee Collins. Lee, the key to your aliveness is the depth of your connection to the soul that makes up, that resides within every human. It's like you have a depth of connection with which you connect with people. You know that. And it literally not only brings you alive, it has them connect to aliveness, even though they may be in the last leg of their journey. Your weakest link is when you adopt, I need to do it a certain way. just because that's the system or just because that's how you might have done it before. So the need to do it a particular way is your weakest link. That sometimes takes you away from the depth of connection. And your strong suit is your own connection to the soul being that you are. And it is happening more and more. You're more and more present to the limitless, indestructible presence of you in your soul essence. And that is your strong suit. Wins. The key to your aliveness is it's really the innate frequency of being human, which is love. When you feel that connection to love, that is the key to aliveness, and it is the love that you are. Your weakest link is when you seek that love outside of you, that instantly like sucks out your mojo, you know. And your strong suit is your connection of love to beauty, beauty in your physical self, beauty in your knowingness of your mental intellect, the beauty that you find in how you choose to express your emotions, the beauty that connects you to the spirit of you. And you know, the animal kingdom, particularly dogs, really bring all of your strong suits out, and they presence you, station you, foundation you in a state of love. But the moment you seek it outside of you, it really takes you out of the key to aliveness. It doesn't mean that you won't be able to magnetize love outside of you. You will, and it'll come with ease, joy, ease, grace, omnipresent, Jago, as I call it. It'll come with Jago when you are plugged into the love that you are. Meena, the key to aliveness is your insatiable capacity and quest, fueled by childlike wonder. That is your key to aliveness. When you have that childlike wonder and you apply it to a quest, you know, it could be understanding more about something, or it could be just going to visit certain parts of the world. You know, the childlike wonder is there. You have that is your key to aliveness. Your weakest link is when you give the power away to your joy to another person. That is your weakest link. And you sometimes do it out of respect, sometimes you do it out of the kind of relationship you have, but that is your weakest link. It instantly pops the bubble of aliveness. And your strong suit is taking a stand for you. When you take a stand for you, you don't come at it in a selfish way. You take a stand for aliveness, not just in you, but in others as well. And you will see greater and greater recognition of this very beautiful power that you have. And it is that that makes you a phenomenal healer. It is that that gives you your choice of words when people are feeling down and they really receive you. So, you know, you have the key. Open the door to aliveness with childlike wonder, and you know, really dress yourself in your strong suit. Asha? The key to your aliveness is um, the key to your aliveness is your genius like seeking for the truth of all that is. There's a genius like quality about it, which most people don't have. You know, your weakest link is a disconnection from a knowing that you already have all the answers and constantly looking for them outside of you. So and your strong suit is your compassionate ability to be of service. When you are of service, you're not seeking for answers outside of you. You literally become whole and complete, and you show up with the intention of service. You're standing in your strong suit, and the key to aliveness has unlocked the door to aliveness. Leilani, the key to your aliveness is lies in your voice. So find a way of using your voice. Perhaps connect to Gail and get that rhythm into your voice. There's a way in which this voice is calling to be rendered that gets you to walk the path of aliveness. The moment you use your voice, plugged into your own rhythm, you immediately cross the threshold. You're on your path, and then when you choose to walk your path, it starts to anchor and solidify your presence and aliveness. Your weakest link is feeling that you need to support, you need some external support. As if that's where what happens is you start questioning whether or not you have it all. You do. Your strong suit lies in you stepping into your own shoes and recognizing, owning, accepting, receiving the power that you already have within you. And it's okay to seek support, feeling that you need to. It's the emphasis is on the need to. That is what is your weakest link. And remember, I'm not talking to Leilani here, I'm talking to everyone. When I'm talking about the weakest link, it literally, like, you just take that link out and everything collapses. That's what I mean by that. So when you take to work with what I have just shared, you literally really put the effort in toning up your strong suit muscle, holding the intention of utilizing your key to aliveness. Because after all, the only purpose to the gift of life is to live it and come alive. Alenka, my God, all of you, middle of the night. Okay, so your key to aliveness lies in your ability to connect to the authentic beauty of whatever it is that you choose to make your art. It could be a plant, it could be a horse, it could be a human, and that's why moving images are are so enlivening, because that is your key to aliveness. Your weakest link is wanting to prove yourself. You're already there. I mean, you've been trained for this. You're quite a master of an artist that has taken birth at this time on our planet, where aliveness was something that was so sought for. You're wanting to prove yourself, and any FOMO factor that might come in, literally just that's your weakest link. And your strong suit lies in remaining stationed in your inner knowing, knowing what is best for you, and operating from that space. It really turns out to be the best for all. That is your strong suit. Stephen, Stephen, the key to your aliveness lies in your connection to some grand masters of architecture, design, as well as technologies that are from other realms, actually. And your connection to them happens when you choose to express yourself as a grandmaster of creating structures and systems that up-level quality of life on this planet, using that which is very natural to this planet. Really, the key to your aliveness is accepting with grace your connection to these grandmasters and expressing grace to yourself as a grandmaster yourself, expressing that which hasn't been expressed by these grandmasters up to this point in time. The focus when those grandmasters were alive was on sustainability. It is now about regenerative architecture, regenerative solutions that come from a resolve of this planet itself to go forth and amplify. Your presence in your aliveness is much called for. Your weakest link is when you confine yourself to only a very specific boundaried project or very specific boundaries that are externally imposed. There are times where you will be expressing your grand mastery, where you will create the boundaries, and that's fine. But when you succumb to boundaries externally imposed, that's your weakest link. The connection's disrupted. And your strong suit lies in literally going forth and multiplying. Multiplying how many people know about what you do, how it is expressed. Have no fear whatsoever about any IPR or anything at all, because what you bring forth, people just don't have access to that. Even in this human form, you have had many decades of grand mastery in action, and that time for it to be amplified is here already. ken Kenneth Ballard, my brother from another mother. The key to your aliveness lies in in the expression of your youthful vitality. And you will know how you wish to express it. It could be in the form of an intimate connection to a lover, or it could be in a way of, walking the golf course, or it could be in a way of performing a ceremonial ritual. It is your connection to that youthful vitality. That is your key to aliveness. Your weakest link lies in this feeling you have to do certain things, you need to do certain things on account of survival needs. You're already way beyond that. You've had so many decades of experiencing thriving that is really what gets you moving. So your strong suit lies in your thriving instinct. So work on sharpening, accentuating your thriving instinct. Survival's taken care of. You will never ever get even close to your weakest link being activated. Just on. The key to your aliveness lies in your insatiable genius curiosity to get to the bottom of whatever it is that you are curious about. And your weakest link lies in becoming stubbornly attached to a prescribed way in which you might have done certain things in the past. And your strong suit lies in your own unique way in which you connect to the divinity within you, your unique way in which you connect to the divine. You have your own ways in which you meditate. And there are all these beautiful energies. As long as you're standing in the key to aliveness and you've crossed the threshold, that depth of connection only brings in the perfect cosmic codes that give you the certainty and safety of systems and structures with which to go forth and multiply. Catherine. So, Catherine, the key to your aliveness is lies in the knowing and owning of your own greatness. So I would say you don't really know. You don't. I mean, at a higher self level, you know, but you still there's a lot of what you don't know. You know, and there's a lot of what you don't know around your own greatness. But you had such a varied collection of life experiences that you can actually, through these experiences, you can tap into what is the expression of your greatness, the myriad of renditions and expressions of your greatness. And that is the key to your aliveness. So, take stock of it. And every time you're going through an experience, get excited, because after that experience, you're going to have your debrief time where you'll stock take your own greatness that emerged. The good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful, all of those situations and experiences plant the seed of, or unveil, or reveal some aspect of your greatness. And now it's time for you to really use the key and go into the nuance. What lies underneath this? Oh yeah, this is amazing. Not most people will not be able to do this, and that is truly great about me. But what lies underneath this? Get to grasp the greatness across all of the different layers of nuance. So I'm asking you to go in depth, uncovering the nuances of your greatness. Now, once you've done the nuances, then go above, expanding it. So if I actually embraced all of this and I own it, I take it on, what's possible? What becomes available? And what kind of a life will I be living? Then go up, okay? Because it's literally like the tree of aliveness for you is the key lies in your greatness, in you owning and expressing your greatness. Your weakest link is money worry. And it's a weakest link because money as a force is such a powerful force. And all of you who've done my money program know that money is a gift from God given into our hands to make this planet a place of pure love and joy. And that is very much akin to the power and energy of money. I mean, we as humans have given it so much power, we may as well utilize it to make this planet a place of pure love and joy. Now, when you add to that an energy of worry, that is what gets powered up. It's not about the money, it's the energy of worry. When applied to money, boom, it's a weakest link, collapse. Greatness disappears. Your strong suit lies in your undying faith in optimism that it will turn out. It will turn out. And it's active optimism. You're not a passive optimist. You take action. If you take action, having unlocked the key to aliveness, crossing the threshold, walking your path, and you actually power up this optimism in you, that's fine. Drop the money worry, because that's the weakest link, collapses everything. Mary, thank you for being here again. 1:30, 2:30 in the morning or something. The key to your aliveness lies in the wisdom that you tap into. You have this unique gift of tapping into. I'm talking about Mary Malloy from Ireland. It's this wisdom that you tap into, which you heard me say that our gut is the custodian of all the wisdom that we are born with, of all of the journeys of our soul. And you have the gift of tapping into that wisdom, not just for yourself, but with everyone. That is your key to aliveness. And that, which is your weakest link, is when you attempt to bring in other ways, other modalities, thinking that you need to accentuate what you already know and that you're a master of. That is your weakest link. Don't require anything else. You work with our inner wisdom in a way that most people just don't. And your strong suit lies in showing up as the grand master of tapping into our inner wisdom that you are and activating and enabling that for others. Renelle, the key to your aliveness lies in your insatiable desire to be of service. Desire is actually one of the pearls of wisdom. At some point, I'm going to do that. I think we've done the anatomy of desire. There's something more about desire that we will talk about. But the key to your desire, the key to your aliveness is your insatiable desire to be of service. And your weakest link lies in feeling that you don't have it all to do the scale of service that you really want to do. And your strong suit is when you simply take on a mission and you get going. Renelle on a mission is like, watch this space, get out of the way. That's your strong suit. Applied to how you wish to be of service, you can accomplish anything. You're truly an asset to any project, any business, any social impact, to all of us, really. So there's no need to wait. The time is now. Raki, the key to aliveness for you is your ability to offer protection. And it may be to your child, it may be to a neighbor, it may be, and it's really your ability to. You don't necessarily feel like you're the protector, but you have the ability to offer protection. Simply your tone of voice does that sometimes to people. There's a very unique gift that walks with you in your presence. It's like embedded in your presence. Your weakest link is when you disconnect from your presence because there is a should or should not attached to what it is that you're choosing to act upon. Oh, I should do this first before I can do that. Or I shouldn't have done that. Weakest link collapses here. The strong suit lies in your openness to allow the divine healing light to pass through you. There, the key to your aliveness, is in your illumination. Now, illumination is, yes, it is feeling lit up, right? Really lit up. But illumination, the meaning of illumination is something that offers insights that have instructions that can be acted upon. So the key to your aliveness is illumination, illuminating insights that are instructional. So when you show up, sure, that people feel like, whoa, there's light that has appeared in this crowd. And where the aliveness really kicks in is insights, illuminating insights with instructions. Now, there may be times when you are in places where it doesn't make sense to be sharing those insights. It's okay. You allow yourself to receive them, and just give permission to your cells, to your mental wherewithal to receive instructions associated with these insights so that you can go forth and be in the aliveness that you are. That's your joie de vivre. Your weakest link is keeping it at a superficial level. Because this is the key to aliveness, it comes naturally with depth. So if you find yourself keeping that feeling of aliveness or the lit up presence that you have at a superficial level, that's your weakest link. It's as if you can't walk around without being whole and complete in owning this power of illumination that you naturally possess. Your strong suit lies in the connection to the rhythm of you. And hence, dance is the perfect form for you to be in your rhythm, get back into your rhythm if it's off, and express yourself in your rhythm. Flow in it. Sometimes, you may be in a meeting, you can't just start dancing, and it's not appropriate to do that. You can just blink your eyes, have a little bit of a long blink, pause a little, or get up and walk out and just connect to a moment where you just was simply dancing. And you get that strong suit back on again. You've unlocked the key. Aliveness is there. Come back into the meeting. Sonia, the key to your aliveness, I mean, you may not like what I say, but the key to your aliveness lies in an innate connection you have to the body's own wisdom. Okay, and yes, it's translated in the form of you becoming a medical doctor, and it it is more than that. It's like your innate connection to the body's innate wisdom is the key to your aliveness. And your weakest link is where you allow, prescribed way of connecting to our body as your access to the body's wisdom. That could have happened in the academic approach, which was important because it gave you the credibility. Really, and the realm that you're to play in is in the realm of connecting to the body's innate wisdom. That is the key to your aliveness. Getting stuck with a prescribed way of doing it, just because that it requires a systematic approach, is your weakest link. And your strong suit is your entrepreneurial way of taking things forward. So if you apply your entrepreneurial way of connecting to the body's innate wisdom as a way of offering a service that is scalable, you got it. The weakest link that collapses everything is wanting to follow a prescribed system, as opposed to simply allowing, knowing whatever system is required, you already have access to it. You already have the qualifications that go with it. And only operating from unlocking your key to aliveness, reconnecting to your way of plugging into body's innate wisdom and just delivering it to the world, wearing your strong suit of your enterprising entrepreneurialism. Mary Catherine, the key to your aliveness lies in it's like beauty with brains, that's the key to your aliveness. You haven't tapped into the full extent of the sharpness of your innate intellect yet. So the key to your aliveness is really owning your beauty, which you actually do. Beauty also is the expression of us in our truth. So you do own that. There was a gap in the knowingness which you've gotten, but also now owning your intellect as an integral part of the beauty of you. That is the key to your aliveness. Your weakest link is distraction. Allowing yourself to get distracted with have to, need to, should do, should not do type distractions. And your strong suit lies in consistently moving forward with whatever intention you have taken on. And if you've unlocked the key to aliveness, beauty with brains, and you're owning your intellect as much as you're owning your beauty, and then you're moving forward by applying it consistently just because you choose to, not because you have to or need to, you've got it. Like literally, barriers disappear, parting of the waters takes place. Vineet. The key to your aliveness is your dedication and service to Mother Earth. and you will do it in your own way. That is the key to your aliveness. So connecting with people who do this brings you alive. You taking it on for yourself in the form of small projects, large projects, brings you alive. Your weakest link lies in following a rigid, um, confining system that you may have created yourself or you may be using just because you are a part of a team or part of an organization. Because when you are in your state of aliveness, and if this rigidity of the system does not serve, you never look at it that it serves me or it doesn't serve me. You always look at it, does it serve the planet? You have a planetary perspective always. And if it doesn't serve the planet, and you'll come from that space of authenticity. You don't have to follow it all the time. You have a conversation and create a system to fulfill the need of the moment and remain in your state of aliveness. So the weakest link is having to conform to a very specific system without expressing your discord with it, or without expressing your brand of solution that could achieve all needs. Your strong suit lies in your ability to connect the dots across what is intended, what requires to be done, what has already been done, what's missing and essential, and putting that in place. That is your strong suit. Neelam, the key to your aliveness is romance, actually. Romance as a lifestyle, where you have the ability to let your hair down, have a laugh, go on an adventure, have that lightness of being, and be able to express, what you're experiencing in the moment. It's not about necessarily about having someone else who makes you feel romantic. You owning romance actually magnetizes what you would call as true love to you. That's your key to aliveness, the romance lifestyle. And your weakest link is feeling that there's something missing. When you're in a romance lifestyle, and that's how you're living, even if you feel that there's something missing, you say, okay, fine, it is what it is. You still go ahead, let your hair down, and keep going. It's quite an unstoppable vibe that we embody when we adopt a romance lifestyle. It's a little bit like, if you ever had the opportunity to be truly, madly, deeply in love, you're immediately in a romance lifestyle. You're unstoppable. Nothing's a problem. You can just resolve it all. So when you think that there is something missing, or there is something that is you wish you had more of, that's your weakest link. Takes you away from the key to aliveness. And your strong suit lies in this very unique ability of being able to put your mind to anything. You can learn about anything. And that comes, so when you've used your key, you've crossed the threshold, you're in the clearing of aliveness, you can utilize your strong suit of turning your mind to anything. You will learn it very rapidly, and you will actually be able to express it as if it's your own. You'll be able to own it very fast and make a huge difference to the people that you share yourself with. Catherine, just tell me if I've missed anyone. I think I've got everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great. So we have.
I think we
Mynoo,
got everyone.
Mynoo,
Oh,
can you please
Yeah.
read my chat. Can you please read my chat?
Asha is asking if you could expand more on the weakest point.
So I did not say weakest moment. I said weakest link. You will need to refer to your notes. It was a transmission, so I don't remember what I said to you when I
Okay.
gave the transmission to you.
Yeah.
So you can maybe leave me a voice note afterwards with your
Yeah.
notes, and then I can elaborate on that. It is not the weakest moment, guys.
No, weakest link.
Weakest link. It literally is when you are in that you open the doorway, you're in aliveness, everything is like there, you're experiencing aliveness, you pull this link out and boom, the whole thing starts to collapse. That's what I'm talking about here. So look at what I said in the context of weakest link and literally, brush up your ability to walk in your strong suits.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Thank
the
you. Will you be sending the recording?
I can ask Anushree to share
Yeah,
it.
please.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
And remember, everyone, you can check on Facebook if you want to listen to this again, because I think we were live on Facebook. Is that correct,
Okay.
Mynoo?
Yeah, yeah, indeed, indeed. So thank you very much. I just sort of rushed ahead, not really knowing, because when I do something like this, I just allow it to flow. So it could take as long as it is required to take until my transmission is complete. So I'm really glad to have completed it in time. Over to you, Catherine.
I am so thrilled that we actually got through it, because I thought, oh, there's just no way we can generally not stay on track when you are you have so much to offer. And we knew those were just beautiful messages and gifts. And I think we all appreciated both our weakest link and the strong suit. So that was really powerful to hear both and know that we can accept where our weakest point, and we can use that to go through that threshold into our greatest moments and possibility. So thank you again. And I loved your candid honesty. It was really, I think, well received by all. So thank you all for coming. You'll have a little bit more time in your evening now to do whatever it is you want to do. But I think I speak for all in saying how grateful we are, Mynoo, for what you brought forth tonight. It was beautiful.
Thank you, everyone. Namaste.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
We'll see you
Bye.
next right here.
See you next week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.